Shabbat Shalom. I come to you with wine in a ball jar from my childhood bedroom. It didn't look like this when I was a kid. Actually, when I was a little kid, it was sky blue, and that wall had a mural that was a map of the world, because I've always been kind of into geography. I don't know how I did not get a diagnosis till I was in my 30s. And then this wall had a mural of a jungle scene. My mom painted them both. She's an artiste, you see. Then I also had this massive desk, like a giant, those like 90s corner desks that just were like triple decker, big fuck off piece of wood. And I had a computer in my room in the 90s. Do you know how fucking cool I was in the 90s? We weren't rich. My dad just like worked with computers, so they were just always around. We did have a computer room, which is, by the way, directly below this room. And when I was little, at one point, I was convinced that there were monsters in here because I kept hearing scary monster sounds. It turned out it was just my dad playing Doom and the sounds were coming through the vent. Anyway, then when I was a teenager, one day I came home from a weekend at my grandparents' and my mom had completely redone my room. The walls were orange, the doors were lime green. I had a pink shag rug, like hot pink shag rug. I had a lime green coffee table. I had orange and pink paisley sheets on my bed. That was there. That was put in, and it was bright yellow at the time. It was like really fucking cool. And I had like beads hanging, and so it was very like 70s in like a Barbie dream house way. I have always had this personality, is what I'm saying. And now it's like, it's so spa-like, and she's made it look like there's a plant, and there's feather art, and there's a cuck chair, and there's a fan, and it's like, it's so, it's lovely. Look, there's a book about Scotland. Look, there's amenities. She put a sleep mask and earplugs in there. She's the best host ever. Anyway, thank you for joining me on this journey to the past. I'm gonna read the rest of this book by this fucking freak. I've read 2 other books by this guy. Batshit. I love it. Clink, clink. Ball jar wine. Shabbat shalom.